I broke a generational curse. Let me tell you. All right, so you guys know I'm a manifestation coach. My channel is all about how do we get you, excuse me, to live your dream life, to make your dream life a reality. And so you guys know I've been manifesting marriage for myself in my own personal life, and I did not anticipate the journey it would set me on. And lately I've been starting my videos with by setting out this intention, like, let's go deeper into love. And as much as I was setting out this intention, I did not expect what was to come. Let's go deeper into love. How beautiful is that? Nonetheless, let me tell you my background. So I come from a generation of three single mothers. My great grandmother, the lady that raised me, single mother. My grandmother, single mother. My mother, single mother. My aunt, single mother. So, as much as I was manifesting marriage, there was a part of me that was like, I don't think it's possible because of what I saw in the environment that I was raised in. But I was so determined and adamant in the fact that I'm going to make this happen. And no, I'm not married yet. Because I don't know. Just the idea of it happening feels so real to me now than it did 2 years ago, actually. But right now it feels so real. Like, yeah, it's possible. Like, it can happen anytime. So the fact that I grew up in a household where I did not see a relationship between a man and a woman, and I did not experience what that looks like. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it looks. That made me very quickly realize that there's a lot of things that I don't know that I need to learn. And being in actually, I think that also made me a late bloomer when it comes to dating and stuff, because I was even shy to hug guys. I don't know why. I thought, this boy will get me pregnant just from a hug. But I would just try to avoid the whole thing. Like, I don't want trouble. Um, because I was just scared of being a single mother myself. So, I guess even in the way that I went to my friendships, like approached my friendships, just apart from Umjolo, my friendships was in a way where I did not have an identity, low self esteem, low self worth. I did not value myself. Like, whoever that would come into my life, I'll just take on their personality as my personality. Like, you like that? We like that. You like ice cream? We like ice cream. Like, I'll just do whatever they do. And I realized, no, man. It's almost like I was just blowing with the wind. Whoever that came, and I very quickly realized, no, this is not a life to live. So that set me off on my, let's call it phase one of my journey, and that's self discovery, knowing me and having a relationship with myself. Who am I? What's my purpose? Like, what is life about? What do I like and want? My value, my self esteem. How do I communicate? Do you know what I mean? Like, everything to do with me. Yeah. And that was a whole journey on its own, and healing my childhood trauma and being aware, self aware, right? Being conscious. Why do I do that? Why do I take on other people's personality as my personality? Huh. All right. So once I felt like I'm at a point where I'm like, yeah, okay, I understand me. Go back in go back into Jolo. Let's try this thing. Wanna manifest marriage, blah blah blah. Because I've always wanted marriage. Like, as a baby, I've always wanted marriage. So, um, all right. Now we are in Jolo. Now I realize that actually I don't know anything about men, what they're about. Like, sometimes when they talk, I'm just like, but I don't understand what you're saying. Like, are we talking about the same thing? I- how do you think kahle kahle wena ucabanga kanjani? And that's when I went on a whole another journey. Phase two of my journey, understanding men, right? Because a relationship is not just me, 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 me. It's us, you and me. So I went on a journey of understanding men. How do men think? Oh, men are different from women. Okay, masculine, feminine. Oh, okay. So they do things different. So these are their strengths, and they're not like women. They communicate differently, and all these things. I was like, okay. But even then, um, I was meeting guys. But it was just something was just amiss, and so that's when I came to realization. Uguti, there's step number three of this whole journey, and that's me now being more specific about the kind of man that I want in my life. That's when I did the whole typical vision board of what I want to manifest. So I made a vision board of the kind of gentleman that I want to attract into my life. I set out the intention to meet a guy with these kind of principles, live his life by these values, who believes in God, family orientated, all these things. I was like, this is what I want. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. I met amazing men who fit this category, but still, for some odd reason, something was still a miss. Something was still a miss because my heart was just like, Do you know, like, you're just like, but this guy is perfect, but it's like something was still like pushing away. And that's when it was brought into my, like, at the forefront of my consciousness. So, I didn't know who would negotiate my lobola. Like, my father is not in my life, so on the father side of the family, the ones that take care of this whole thing, so I had to go back home and ask Uguti how. So, how does this procedure go? Like, so if someone wants to marry me, who do they come to? And that unlocked something, right? Because that's when my mom was like, no, 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 like, we'll take care of it. It's okay. You're in good hands. Abo malume bakho bakhona, like, your uncles are there for you, and we can take care of it. That sort of released something, a burden that I didn't even know that it was there, because it was like a question mark. Do you know what I mean? And this is to explain the journey of me getting to a point where I feel like I am ready, right? Because you cannot manifest something that you are doubting, that you are not sure of, that you are scared of, that you. Do you know what I mean? So, this has been the journey of me working on myself to get my energy and my heart and my mind in the right space to manifest what I want. And that's what coaching is about. Anyways, I meet an amazing gentleman. In fact, he's the one that got away. Yeah. I met an amazing gentleman, and yeah, he would casually joke, goes, hey, we're not, tell your mama Zala, I'm gonna marry you, and what? And I could tell that he's serious. And so I call like, hi, tell them, hey, I met someone, and they are serious about me. They say they want to marry me, blah blah blah. Like, and I said, they ask questions, I answer. Go to, oh, umuntu so, and I was met with a no, he's not the one. And I'm like, but he's the one that I choose. Like, I like this guy. And I was just like, it's almost like I was fighting for this relationship. With it, hi, Bo, how do you just say no to someone that you've never met? Like, this person treats me like an egg. Do you understand? Like, this is it for me. And my family is just like, but he's not the one. And I was just like, but you know what I did? And this is why it's good that it, like, oh, but God, hey? Just the sequence of events. And I'm glad that it happened now when I set out the intention of let's go deeper into love, because I did not jump into any conclusions of, oh, they are toxic, they are narcissistic, these people don't like me, they are jealous of me, they don't want me to be happy. I did not jump into that. I was just like, you know what? Only God knows. He sees all of it. And if I jump into any conclusions in this point, when life is like this, then yeah, I was like, it's okay, God, I put it in your hands. You know what's happening. I don't, and I am sure this is working in your plan. So I just left it like that, left it in God's hands. Life continues. And I meet another second gentleman, also amazing. So much so, I feel the need to, hey. And then I was met with the same reaction. No, he's not the one. I am thinking, hi, Bo. But, that's also when it's like a light bulb just went ding in my mind. I was like, huh. Because I'm thinking about Ugogo's story, and it sounds a lot the same like what happened to Umama. And I'm just like, but the same thing is happening to me now. And I was like, no, this is it. This right here, this what is happening is the curse. You see, unless you can identify the problem, you can't solve a problem that you have not identified, because you don't know that it's a problem. You can't solve a problem that you haven't identified. And when I say I broke a generational curse, that's what happened. I identified a problem that we did not see as a problem as a family. And in me pointing it out, instead of saying, you are the problem, you, my family, are jealous of me, and saying, I just said, this right here, what is happening, is the problem that we need to solve as a family. And that brought us together as a unit, because we had to learn how to communicate, how to give each other grace, how to be patient with each other, how to be open and vulnerable with each other, to share what is truly happening in our hearts, to say, hey, this situation hurts me, like. And that's not something that we did in the past. Like, we're just keep it moving, like keep it hush hush, it's okay, just don't talk about it, like you don't cry about it, just be strong. But the way this unfolded, I could tell that it also unlocked something in my mother, because even in the way that she communicated, when I tell you, let's go deeper into love, wow. Anyways, sometimes we just have to put things in God's hands. Don't rush into conclusions. Let love lead. And always set out the intention to go deeper into love, into understanding love, into being in love, into giving and receiving love. Like, let love be the fuel to this life thing, to all that you do, with everyone that you meet. I don't know. I've been feeling like a burden just lifted, like heaven's gate just opened, like, and yeah, I haven't manifested marriage yet, but it just feels like all of the things that have been a blockage into this thing happening, into this thing coming into fruition, have been broken. Like, I don't see what else could stand in the way. So whenever you're manifesting something, it's important that you work on yourself and be patient with yourself through the journey of making it happen. Until it happens, ask yourself this very question: what is standing in the way of me manifesting this thing that I want? What is standing in the way of me getting this thing that I want? Okay, now that's a problem that you need to tackle, right? And the journey is important because that's what is preparing you to receive what you want, right? If you're manifesting a million, then you have to keep asking yourself, why don't I have a million? What is standing in the way of me getting a million? Okay, now do what it takes to solve the problems that you see are on the way. Your mindset, the way you feel about money, the way you do, you know what I mean? Same thing with manifesting marriage. I had to work on myself and understand myself and get on a journey of being in a relationship with number one, with me, knowing my heart, my mind, my mindset, my self esteem. Okay, now phase number two was knowing how to relate to men. Phase number three, knowing what I want in a man. Oh, okay, this is the kind of man that I want in my life. And phase number three, is my family in cahoots with this happening for me? Right? Because I can't just decide on my own, yes, I want marriage, but my family is saying no. Who's going to negotiate the lobola for me if we are not on the same page? Do you know what I mean? And I can't just go over their head and do things my way when, as my family, they are on my side. If ever things go wrong with this one, then I need to be able to go back home to my family. So it's important that we are on the same team about manifesting this thing. I'm not just doing this life thing alone. We have to know how to heal together in unity, like in unison. Me healing myself and setting out this intention did not just heal me, it made my mom aware of what has been standing in her way of manifesting marriage, which was something that happened a long time ago, but it's still showing up in different ways even today. And then me identifying it to say, what's this? What's this problem right here? Let's solve it. It not only made her aware of what was standing in her way of manifesting marriage, it also made us aware of what has been standing in the way of my grandmother manifesting marriage. So me working on myself and healing my trauma is not just healing my trauma alone, it's healing my mother and my great, like, generations. Do you understand? And now that this has changed for us, even like the child will also become a mother and become a grandmother. So that's healing not only my mother, my grandmother, my great grandma, it's healing my kids and my kids' kids and my grandkids. How beautiful is that? So, guys, I am quick in investing in myself. Do the same. Book coaching, read self help books, um, do research, ask questions, get in cahoots with the right kind of people, rub shoulders with people. Relationships are what. This is why I don't teach how to be independent here. I teach relationships because relationships is what drives life. You want to grow? Get in a relationship. You want a successful business? Get in a relationship. Relationships are literally the answer. Yeah. Wow. I broke a generational curse. Huh. Anyways, all right. I love you guys so much. Listen, invest in yourself. As much as we are so quick to buy makeup and go to groove, and be quick to invest in your mind and your heart. Find a coach who will help you, guide you to living a prosperous life, to living your dream life. If it's not me, find someone. You need someone. If you are able to do it alone, go ahead. The point of coaching is convenience. If someone can get you there faster, then convenience. But if you're willing to take 10 years where you read books and you go and practice it and you see it works, oh, now you have to tweak and see what doesn't work and what you could do that too. The fun is in the journey. There is no right or wrong. I'm just here for your convenience. Oh, right. Mm. All right, guys. Cheers.